Hi, Tim Johnston here from Books on Site Bookkeeping. I'm going to talk to you about 5 really important questions that you should ask any prospective bookkeeper that you're going to engage for your company. First of all, you've really got to make sure that they're a registered BAS agent. The ATO introduced BAS agent registration over the last couple of years has been transitioning that legislation in, and now anyone that prepares any BAS related work requires to have that BAS agent's registration. So it's not just a piece of paper, it's actually quite a rigorous testing process to receive that bit of paper, so it does give you a bit of confidence in the underlying ability of that person. And it also, part of that registration is that that person or that company is required to have professional indemnity insurance. So that's a really important thing to have as well if you've got someone that's dealing with your accounts and your confidential information. That gives you some peace of mind. Secondly, that they may well be a BAS agent, however you should also make sure that they have experience in the accounting software that you're using in your company. You know, the most prevalent software these days is MYOB, QuickBooks, Xero or SASU. So if your company is already using one of those systems, then you really want to make sure that bookkeeper has at least a couple of years experience in that system. Thirdly, on top of that BAS registration and software experience, really important to find out what sort of qualification your bookkeeper may have. So to get the BAS registration, you actually only require a certificate for. So it depends on the level of bookkeeping you might require for your company. So if it's a basic bookkeeping role, that qualification will be fine. If you're getting more sophisticated with multiple companies and multi-currencies, and maybe you have inventory and a complicated payroll, then you know, we find that a degree qualification, so an accounting or a commerce degree, you know, enables that person to provide a much higher level service than just your bookkeeping. Another question that you should ask, so that, you know, the fourth question is that we find really important is that person geographically suited to where your company's premises is based. So, you know, we try and match up our staff to our client to make sure that travel time is probably under half an hour, and we find that really helps in the longevity of that role. If that person doesn't have to sit in traffic every morning to get to your office, then they're going to enjoy that role a lot more, and you know, and it'll tend to be a long-term relationship. And probably, you know, the last question I'll add in there, it's probably leading on a little bit from their qualification, but having asked those questions and getting an idea of their background and the level of qualification they have, you also really want to throw a few accounting questions at them just to make sure that they do have a decent understanding. That can be difficult for, you know, if you're a business owner and, you know, you don't have an accounting background yourself. So what you can do is, you know, get your accountant to maybe provide you a couple of accounting based questions which they can answer, or even you could get your accountant to, you know, have a chat to them on the phone to test out their accounting knowledge. Alright, if you've got any questions or you need any assistance in that, please feel free to contact us at booksonsite.com.au.